Okay, hello everybody. This is week 6 of our first Fuel for Life program in 2023. And we've got a special guest, Jenny, who does all the cooking for Jorge. It's been revealed several times. And Christine, of course, and Lindy and Esma. So what I like about this particular group is that you guys have been really active in the program. And you've done some really good stuff, and you've shared it, which is really good. Sharing is extremely valuable in this program, and I think everybody that I mean, Andy did too, for sure, and everybody else that at least got a chance to share with what we all posted, it really helped them out a lot. Couple things left that are really important. This Friday through Monday, we're going to be doing our final weigh-in. And you can do it Friday or Saturday or Monday. It doesn't matter to me, but we'll do the final weigh-in. And then if you did before photos, we'll do the after photos as well, and kind of wrap the program up with that. In the meantime, I'll be doing my calculations on the spreadsheet on the participation rate on the different program things. So if you guys want full credit for the things you've done, like the rowing and running stuff, then make sure you get your results in by, let's say by Friday. And we'll go from there. Okay, so let's go around the room and talk about, Esma, we'll start with you.
Sure.
Tell us, okay, you're at the end of the journey. What do you think so far? Or what do you think now? And what do you plan to do next week and the week after and the week after that?
So probably just keep up with the meals, prepping, keeping up with that.
Okay.
Doing the daily preps that I normally do, just keeping up with that more. Probably eating out a little less than I've been doing. Keeping up with a good workout routine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is the fun part.
Yeah. So aside from coming here, I've added running. So
Okay.
I can run up to a mile nonstop, which is a good progress for me.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. So I try to do that a couple times a week, and then CrossFit about 2 to 3 times a week.
Wow.
Yeah. So I plan to maintain that.
That's more than I do,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so we had a couple of lessons about the experience of eating out and how you can get through that and be successful.
Mm-hmm.
Have you taken any lessons to heart with that, or is
Yeah.
eating out more of a celebration?
I try to control, not eating as fatty foods or fried foods, or and order healthier foods, more vegetables on the plate, and more like steamed rice versus fried rice, or fish instead of beef and things like that. I do that, but I think it's the sodium for me in
Okay.
outside food. I already take some medication for that, and I think with eating out,
It's hard to avoid.
it's hard, to maintain that at the level I want to maintain it. So, yeah.
So are there places you want to warn us against? Super high in sodium?
Chinatown. She knows.
Everything
she knows.
in Chinatown.
Yeah, it's a lot of high sodium food and sugar food.
What about the MSG? Is that the same effect?
I think, yeah.
So
MSG.
your medications are to help reduce the sodium effect?
Yeah, I mean, it's a blood pressure medication, yeah.
And the MSG would be the same thing?
Yeah, I think it has the same
Okay.
kind of impact on me as a sodium. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it takes a few days for it to flush out of my system once I've had that
Do you
meal.
swell up at all?
I do swell up.
Okay,
Yeah.
because Tracy can't get her rings off when she
Yeah,
She has
I have the
MSG?
same issue.
Huh?
Same
Sodium.
issue.
Yeah,
Sodium
from-
or MSG?
when we go deep dive on a pizza or something.
Yeah.
Or actually, it's mostly barbecue. She doesn't like going to barbecue joints, which is a real shame. As far as I'm concerned.
I mean, it could be even something as simple as pho, vegetarian broth based, but
Yeah.
even with that,
Yeah,
I feel the difference in my fingers, taking off my rings,
yeah.
makes a difference. Even with taking my medication, drinking a lot of water with it, it still has, a
Now you're
negative
the weird
effect.
one.
There's a bug in there.
I was swiping at my head earlier, and Christine looked at me like I was crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Okay, and Lindy,
What was the question again?
tell us about. Okay, this is week 6, so tell us where you are, and then tell us where you plan to be next week and
Well-
onward.
I'm trying to maintain my weight while trying to lose fat.
Mm.
And I have my blood work the Wednesday after Thanksgiving. So, and I'll be out of town all of Thanksgiving. So I'll come in Friday for my last weigh-in.
Yeah.
And the goal is to try to eat healthy while I'm out of town. And even after that, because this blood work is just constant. I'm gonna try
Right.
every 3-4 months to keep from having to take cholesterol medicine.
Okay.
And the doctor has been pushing it for years. So my goal is to keep up the exercise, which did make a change. It helped my triglycerides. So I
Yes.
know I dropped points with just exercise. And when you asked me before I went in for that blood work, you said, what about nutrition? And I laughed and I said, Mike, I work out so I can eat.
Yeah.
And then my numbers were terrible because
Yeah.
the triglycerides dropped, but my LDL went up. So I realized nutrition was very important. And that's why I signed up for this class, so that I could not just exercise, but watch what it is that I'm not eating. You know, the healthy vegetables and
Right.
sweet potatoes and all those healthy fats that I need.
Right.
So the goal is to keep up with that even after this class is done.
Okay. Will you do us a favor and give us a thumbs up or sideways or down
Yeah,
or whatever?
yeah, absolutely.
After your tests.
Absolutely.
Just let us know how it went.
I'm-
Because we're all pulling for you.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah. So you need the triglycerides to go down
Yep.
and the cholesterol to
And the LDL,
the
the
LDL,
bad.
the LDL, the
Yeah.
bad cholesterol to go down. And you've made some changes with certain things like rice noodles and whatnot, or maybe some ratio changes.
Ratio changes,
Yeah.
because it's still very hard for me to eliminate the rice noodles and white rice, but I cut back on that. And really, I don't eat a lot of rice. I eat rice maybe once a month, which is crazy.
Wow.
I don't eat fast food. I don't eat burgers. I don't eat a lot of red meat. I eat a lot of chicken. I think my problem was perhaps not eating the things that I should eat. All the vegetables
Right.
and fibers
Right.
and oatmeal. So
Because if you're
oats.
if you're deficient on certain minerals or other micronutrients, then that can be an issue. And your blood chemistry and your liver action and things like that can be affected by that. Okay, so you're on a journey, and you've got a mission
Yeah.
to accomplish over the next 2 weeks, and then after that, all the way through Christmas and then into the new year. I'll just say it now: the measure of success of this program is what happens after the program.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've had I won't name any names, but we've had Jay's nodding her head, yeah. So we've had and not just you. We've had some people that had real success, and then they didn't mean to, but they kind of fell off the wagon and then bounced back to where they were before they had the success, and they have the tools to get back to where they need to be now. And Jorge, I'm glad you did. You decided to join back in to help us, to help you, and I think that's been a big. I mean, you look great. You feel great. You're
Yeah.
PRing stuff, you know.
Yeah.
So you're having good results in the gym, and a little bit less on the food truck, I guess.
A lot.
A lot less.
Yeah, a lot less.
A lot less. Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
So Christine, just to make sure everybody knows, is jumping into this program more than just as a participant. She's going to help me run it next in January. Starting in January.
Well, and now that we're in week 6, I'm finally on program. So that's helpful for results. But yeah, I think, moving past this week, I think some of the things that I need to focus on are not as many starchy carbs, because I do a lot of that. I have a lot of vegetables, but I also, I think I was intaking too much of that. Introducing some new sauces and spices and things like that to kind of vary it up to keep us on plan for meal prepping, and it's not too boring and that kind of thing.
Was there one thing that really sizzled, like you love it now? A spice or a sauce or something?
So I made this salad dressing, which is maybe one of my favorite things. So it's a cilantro lime vinaigrette. And so I brought that to taste today, but
Oh.
so I'll
My
probably
mouth
be
is
putting that
watering.
on a lot of things.
My mouth just started watering. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yep. and I felt better, like less sluggish during my workouts over the past even like 2 weeks. So I think that it's helping me have more energy. I'm also sleeping better.
Did you find any tools in the program that are not nutrition related, but other like stress management and stuff like that that resonated with you?
Yeah, I talked about it a couple weeks ago now, but the whole dialing back, the measurement dials, because I have noticed, just in this past 6 weeks, it's every time I do this program that all of a sudden something just seems to like blow up. And so.
And it was a work thing this time.
Last time it was a work thing. This time it's a family health situation, but so, and then also more work happening. So I have a weird project that I'm working on that I hadn't. So yeah, just kind of those kinds of things. So trying to really balance it all, plus still getting my meal prep going, getting activity on Sundays even, because I tend to just not get enough even just steps. I'll look at my steps and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's embarrassing, like I didn't even get out of bed or something. So trying to increase that to where I'm at least moving around and stuff instead of just being so exhausted.
Okay.
So yeah, that dialing and kind of really figuring out what are the ways that I can balance everything a little better.
Yeah, for sure. I think that's helpful for everybody. In last meeting we talked about the happy chemicals, which I'm fascinated by, because I can feel some of them. Whenever I do well in here, I feel it for sure. Today, with bright sunshine and beautiful shadows and spreading mulch in the yard, I felt something.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just.
Did you try what he was saying? Did you take your shoes off while you did it?
Oh, yeah.
I did not. I didn't even think
Le
about
dije
that.
que cuando caminaba descalzo en el grounding.
Yeah, so feeling the energy from the earth. I mean, I'm part Indian, so that kind of thing.
Connect.
That thing. No, I'm serious. I feel a desire to explore that and see what it feels like, but I didn't think about doing it today.
Well, maybe when you spread it, then you can.
I'm going to be on my knees for sure.
Running through the knees.
You'll
Yeah.
feel it.
Spreading. So yeah, I'll get some of that, but I'll make sure I take my socks off too. Okay, Jorge.
Yeah, last Saturday we got one good experience because Jenny and Jolene going to my friend the food truck.
Oh yeah, he took us to the food truck guy. Yeah, and he makes these huge quesadillas with flour tortilla, like loaded with cheese and meat.
So now you know the challenge.
We know the challenge.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's hard for no eat.
they're so good.
Yeah, that's so good.
It's hard not to eat.
It's not
Don't
hard.
tell us what it
No.
is. Don't tell us.
But
Okay.
he also has healthy choices. So tell
It's only
them
one time.
about the fish that they made for you Monday.
Yeah. One Monday, the lady, the wife, she cooking maybe a lot of vegetables in the bottle.
He asked for it.
Yeah, and he carried the fish, and he cooking pretty good for me. Yeah.
So he asked for the
Yeah.
healthy choices,
Yeah.
which they have. They have
Now I want to
vegetables,
know.
they have fish.
Yeah.
And he had to wait longer in line and sit there and wait for it to be
Yeah.
prepared. But they do have it.
No,
He chose
he's
to
very
that.
busy. Yeah, he working every day.
Do you know what kind of oil they use when they cook?
Is the problem maybe the chip oil?
Yeah,
So-
probably
Chippy
canola.
oil. Can you bring your olive oil?
Yeah, I can bring
Bring your avocado oil.
Bring your own tortillas.
On your own, yeah.
Well, if it's lard of some sort, that's not terribly bad for you compared to the industrial seed oils.
Yeah,
So-
but the people cooking pretty good. The
Yeah.
people, well, I'm trying to not eat too much. It's only this Saturday and no, this week.
Yeah, and that's a good point. I mean, if you're stuck with something like if you're eating out with other people and you're at a barbecue joint or something, but just all you have to do is not eat a giant, like a pound and a half potato salad, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah, only
Well-
I take Jenny and Jolene because I tell, hey, it's hard I live alone, my friend. Now, say bye.
Oh, yeah. Say bye to your friend.
Christine said something about moving on Sunday. And I had lunch with my friend today he's here from Germany for a trademark convention. So I tried to pick a healthy lunch. I had a salad with my Cuban sandwich and I only ate half of the sandwich. But I was talking to him about everything that I was doing to try to get back in shape and my cholesterol. And so I asked him, he's a couple years older than me, great shape, doesn't do anything that I can see, doesn't take any medication, doesn't take any vitamins, doesn't do supplements. I said, what do you do? And he says, you know, one thing is he's never still. And I realized they talked about sitting is like the new smoking, right? And I sit all day. I have a Varidesk that now that I'm at home, I don't even move my Varidesk up. Sometimes I'll stand because I'm short, you know, and I still hit the keyboard, but I'm predominantly sitting. And I think sitting for 8-10 hours negates all the stuff that I do here.
It could.
And he says
could.
he doesn't sit more than an hour. He's up he'll be up for 15 minutes and then he'll come back, but he never sits more than an hour. Because I asked, do you walk everywhere? Do you go on the metro, subway? What do you do? And he just, even when he's in the office, he will walk across the hall to talk to somebody rather than pick up the line to call, you know, a coworker. So I thought I gotta get up from the desk, you know, not just on Sunday, but Monday through Friday when we're working, get up and walk.
When
because
you
we
stand
don't-
up in court, does everybody else stand up too? Because you could start a trend.
I talk, in court I talk very fast, so we're in and out, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I have thought about it because I do Zoom hearings.
Mm.
I can stand and they wouldn't know. But it could go very long and at some point I might want to sit and it may look obvious, so I can't do that.
Yeah, okay, well, yeah, so I can't emphasize enough the importance, and we're touching on it now, the importance, the absolute importance of taking everything we learned, the parts that we liked, the parts that we felt like worked for us, taking those parts, maybe adding some new ones that we developed ourselves, and just staying on plan. I mean, whatever your plan ends up being, it doesn't have to be perfect, but staying on a plan to make sure you're getting the right nutrients and making sure you're getting the right amount of sleep and you're surrounding yourself with positive minded people and whenever possible and just living your healthier self. You'll live longer, you'll be a better CrossFitter, you'll be a better husband, wife, mother, father, son, you know, everything, all the above, and you'll accomplish more. So hopefully, and this is for all you guys that are watching this, hopefully, let's take those parts and run with them, and let's not fall off the wagon, because falling off the wagon is you've already developed the tools, you've done the hard work, and now's your chance for the rest of your life to enjoy the fruits of your labor, and you know, the simple things we learn, like eating slow, savoring, paying attention to what you're doing, being in the moment, adding spices to your foods to make them interesting, taking certain things out, getting sugar out, getting sodium under control, you know, not using industrial seed oils. I mean, we know some basic things that we can implement and live a more delicious and healthier life. So anyway, we are going to fire this off again in January, so if you feel like you had some success that you'd like to share with folks, then please do so, because we're going to be recruiting people to join the next class. We'd like to get 10 people together for the next class too. So does anybody have any closing comments at all?
Well, if we fall off the wagon, we can come back in January.
Yes, you can.
If my numbers are terrible.
Yes, it works, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much, and let's blast through Thanksgiving with just a tiny little sliver of pie and just maybe one slice, not 3 or 4.
Those days coming is hard.
Okay, thanks.